So things are going to get worse in Texas before they get better, because what Abbott and Paxton are bragging about here is the fact that they were able to support challengers to several Republican incumbents in the state house. And these incumbents were the ones that were stopping the education voucher system from going into place. Because if we get these private school vouchers, it's going to devastate our public education system. And that's what Abbott and Paxton want. And so there were a handful of Republicans in the state house who were blocking that law from going through, joining the Democrats. And they were able to get a lot of those people out of their seat. I think there's 8 runoffs that are going to be happening. So it could be even more. So it looks like in 2025, we're going to have the school voucher program go into place. And there's not very many Democratic challengers to these incumbents that lost their seat. And it's much easier to win an election when there's not an incumbent. This was the exact time where the state party should have been making sure that we had Democratic challengers for these state houses, but they failed to do that as they've been doing for the last decades. We also have Colin Allred as the Senate Democratic candidate. And look, Texas is flippable. Colin Allred could win, but he has to change his strategy. He is just fundraising and taking ads, and he's trying to flip votes, and flipping votes just doesn't work. The Daily Show had a really good clip of Jordan Klepper that shows this, because he's talking to Nikki Haley supporters, and they're saying Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy. And he says, okay, so then if it's Trump and Biden, who are you gonna vote for? And they're like, I don't know, I just can't vote for the Democrat. Flipping votes doesn't work. Texas has about 18 million registered voters, and only 2 million, less than 2 million, showed up to vote. This is about inspiring new voters, and Colin Allred doesn't seem to be interested in that. So the important thing to do here is to focus on your local election, focus on your municipalities. In May, in Texas, we have local elections coming up. Figure out who is on your ballot and who is you should support. And it might have to be the less of two evils. But this is our last defense to all the terrible things that Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton plan to do on the state level in 2025.